Determine the limit by interpreting it as the definition of the derivative. Limit as x goes to -5 of 6 minus 2x minus 4 over x plus 5. This limit is of the form limit as x goes to a of f of x minus f of a all divided by x minus a. The result of this limit is the definition of the derivative, and it will give the derivative of f of x evaluated at a as its result. One way is to directly work the limit out, but another option is to take the derivative of f of x and evaluate it at a. F of x will be whatever's right here. So there's our f of x. F of x is the square root of 6 minus 2x. A, the best place to find is right there, which is right there. So a is a -5. Now what we need to do is find the derivative and evaluate it at a instead of working out the limit directly. So we're going to take the derivative of this f of x. I'm going to rewrite it first. Square root means first power, second root, 1/2 power. Before we take the derivative, we'll want to rewrite it like that. The derivative will be, starting with the power rule, bring the 1/2 down, leave the inside alone, subtract 1 from the power, I will call that 2/2, and then multiply by the derivative of the inside to complete the chain rule. We can multiply the constants, everything's multiplying each other here. 1/2 times a -2 is a -2/2, or -1. And we have a 6 minus 2x to the 1 minus 2 -1/2 power. -1/2 power means we can move it to the denominator and make it a positive 1/2 power. But then we can take one more step and rewrite this, because positive 1/2 power means square root first power, so this can be rewritten as the square root of 6 minus 2x in the denominator. Now that we have found the derivative, all we need to do is evaluate this at a. And we found our a value to be a -5, so f prime of -5, which will be -1 over the square root of 6 minus 2 times a -5, so -1 over the square root of 6. -2 times -5 is positive 10. So -1 over the square root of 6 plus 10, which is a 16. And that's -1 over square root of 16 comes out to a 4. And therefore, the result of this limit will be -1 over 4.